Being a South Carolina Chef Ambassador allows me to bring in what I learn about South Carolina products into the classroom. My students know I'm a huge history buff. They know, I'm very much into understanding the history of food, the history of the ingredients. And being here in South Carolina, we have beautiful ingredients. We have the best ingredients. I think it's important that they understand the importance of where the ingredients come from. They understand the importance of the chef to farmer relationship, and having that relationship gives them the opportunity to get the best products. I always think that if you know the ingredients and you know where they come from and you know who grew them, that you have a better respect for those great ingredients, and it makes you a better chef.
Welcome to Joseph Fields Farm. Joseph is not here today, so you're going to get the second best. My name is Helen. As of now, he is planning for our grandson, which is 17 years old. He graduates this year. He has been learning farming for over 10 years. So he is going to come and take the torch and move with it. Joseph is the third generation. Their parents bought this land in the early 60s because they didn't want the children to ever separate. So all of this, all the way around, sisters and brothers.
They are, to me, the matriarchs of, the farmers here, specifically black farmers here in this state. And they have garnered a lot of respect. And if you have that relationship with the farmer is going to take care of you, and you won't have to do much with any of the food that they produce for you. Whenever I look at creating a dish, it's always looking at the produce that goes into the dish is definitely inspired by the local ingredients. Here at the farm, during the springtime, to me personally, is the best time for produce. And I'm looking at creating a dish that definitely exemplifies the bounty of spring. So I'm gonna probably look at doing a succotash, which has things like fresh peas. And I believe these were snapped first thing this morning. Joseph has some really beautiful onions. Succotash normally doesn't have asparagus in it, but I want to use a lot of spring vegetables and kind of make this dish my own. We gotta have some corn, beautiful white corn here, which is a lot sweeter than yellow corn. I'm really excited about that. My grandmother is from the South, and she would make okra stew with tomatoes a lot for me when I was growing up. So I've always been a huge fan of okra. We have some really beautiful heirloom tomatoes here. These are a variety grown many, many years ago, and farmers save the seeds and then they replant them so these varieties can come back.
Every place where you see a yellow flower, you're going to have a fruit. And if you notice also, they have been tied 3 times. The reason for that, if the fruit is up, it's going to last longer and it's going to be cleaner, okay? They've been pruned and tied.
Definitely some Swiss chard, right? Which will be great because I can take the Swiss chard and that will go right on top of the fish. Fried chard will give it a nice little crunchy texture. The fish I already have back at the Culinary Institute, so I think we're good. This is gonna be a great dish. Everything is considered mise en place. So even when the students come to class, they're having their notebooks, having their recipes, having their knife kits. Once you have the mise en place, the cooking part is easy. I grew up in a single parent home. I have 3 brothers, so of course my mom worked sometimes 3, 4 jobs to take care of 4 boys. So I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, and she would make me stay in the house while my brothers would go out and play and teach me how to cook. She saw something in me at 6 years old. From that point on, that's all it's ever been. With these beautiful ingredients here from South Carolina, you know, it makes it really easy to come up with dishes, and also understanding the flavor profiles and having that respect for the farmer. It allows you to not do too much to these ingredients. You want the natural flavors of these ingredients to shine through. I'm just taking some liberties with this recipe because I want to be able to use the bounty of what we got from Joseph Fields. And that's the beauty with cooking. You can ad-lib, you can add ingredients, you can take ingredients away. Anytime you're cooking, you have to understand that you're building flavor. So every time you add an ingredient to this pan, you're building flavors. We work with small farmers who don't produce like the big box farmers. You know, I think if the chef is asking the farmer to produce something that he or she may not always produce, that it's the chef's duty to kind of toot the farmer's horn and talk to other chefs and encourage other chefs to start purchasing and using those products. To be a chef ambassador, to represent the state of South Carolina, definitely is an honor. You know, it's allowed me to have a platform to talk about not only South Carolina ingredients, but to talk about the history of South Carolina food. Moving to this area has given me this huge love for really trying to understand, you know, the ingredients of Southern cuisine, how it all comes together, and the dishes. This is a pan-seared kahala with a spring vegetable and shrimp succotash. South Carolina is my home now. I've been living here for 13 years, so this is my home. I'm Chef Kevin Mitchell, and I'm an advocate for Southern food.